So let's get started. You'll need a soft, squishy, air-filled ball because we're gonna be going deep in the belly. Please don't use a firm ball in your belly. Your organs are in there. You don't wanna inadvertently mess something up, and your body will want to protect your internal organs, so it may actually contract the muscle that you're trying to release. So you want a soft ball for doing the belly work, and then you'll need a firmer ball. This is the small myofoam ball. The links to the balls will be in the description. The small myofoam ball to get below the groin to that second major point and almost always missed point in the psoas. Everyone thinks about the belly, but they forget this point right down here, and it can be key to getting that psoas to release so that you can actually get rid of that low back pain. So let's release it. We're gonna start with a couple of belly breaths. We're gonna massage it internally using the diaphragm, taking a couple of deep belly breaths. So bring your hands to your belly so that you can really feel your belly expand. And imagine you could see your diaphragm descending to push out your abdominal contents and literally massage your psoas from the inside. So we're gonna take a couple of nice, long, deep belly breaths. This is the first key step in releasing your psoas. One more big belly breath. Great. Now those 2 points in the belly, one are on either side of the belly button, deep in at the spine. So we're gonna start with this soft ball. I'm gonna start on the right side first. I'm gonna stick my finger in my belly button. I'm gonna move the ball off to the side a little bit around the edge of rectus abdominis so that we can rock side to side and kind of approach that psoas from the side. So laying down on that ball, right in line with the belly button, but a couple inches off to the side. Elbows on the floor, left knee bends out to the side to just kind of lift that left side of your pelvis. It drops the right side down onto the ball a little bit more. And then you're just gonna go side to side. And you might feel it gets a little tender. And you feel maybe a little bit more tenderness as you approach that psoas near the belly button. So we're just going side to side. And then now, making sure that you're right next to the belly button, right? You're gonna slowly sink your body down. If this is as far as you can go, that's great. If you can go all the way down, that's great too. You can stack your hands and support your forehead and take a couple of big belly breaths. And then you could stretch that psoas a little bit, lifting the back leg up into the air, kind of give a little extra pull into the psoas. Soft ball in the belly, right next to the belly button. Great. And then we're just gonna move off that ball and go right into the second side. So we're gonna take the ball, finger in the belly button, move the ball off to the side a couple of inches. Right knee now goes out to the side. And you're rocking side to side so that the ball goes right up to the belly button and then back. And right up to the belly button and back, rocking your body side to side. My experience with the psoas is that it does not respond to force very well. It's a stress muscle, really. And so if you're putting a lot of force and jamming a firm ball in there, it is not gonna be happy with that. So use a soft ball. Work with your breath, move a little slowly. Now I'm right up next to the belly button. I can feel that I'm right next to that. I'm gonna slowly lower myself down, resting my head, forehead on the palms. Take a couple of belly breaths here. Now I can feel a pulse under that ball. And you have major blood vessels going down along the spine. Another reason you don't want to use a really firm, hard ball, because you don't want to damage those blood vessels, right? So now we're going to lift the leg up a couple times. A little wiggle side to side. I'd like you to come up to all fours. we release the 2 points right next to the belly button and do a little cat-cow. Just notice that your back may already be feeling freer and might be moving a little more easily. Now we're gonna do the second point that we can access in the psoas. And I'm gonna show you how to get to that point. Right here on the top of the thighs, on either side is a bundle of quads tissue. So bundle of quads, another muscle that flanks the quads here called sartorius. And right on the inside of that is a little valley called the femoral triangle. You wanna stay to this very edge of those quads and not get too deep in that femoral triangle because you'll feel a pulse in there also, and you wanna be cautious about that. So you wanna be right up close, right next to, you're gonna bump into that quads tissue. So we're gonna take this firmer ball, come down into that quads tissue, sweep the right leg out to the right, just below the groin, and as the ball sinks into that space, breathing in your belly, second major point in the psoas muscle. Again, you might do just a little lift. Maybe a little wiggle side to side. And then now we're gonna switch to the other side. I'm gonna show you again where that is. Here's that little bundle, and I'm putting that ball right to the inside of that bundle, but I'm not down here by the pubic bone. I'm up high, about halfway between the pubic bone and the outer hip. Get the ball just below that inguinal line. Left leg sweeps out to the side a little bit. The inside of the foot kind of laying on the floor. Get right up next to that bundle of quads. Maybe a little wiggle, maybe sinking down, supporting your head on your hands. Belly breaths always, and especially when you're working in the psoas. That sends a signal to the psoas that everything's okay, and it helps the psoas to soften, using the breath to help soften the psoas. And then maybe you do a little lift. Wiggle side to side. We're gonna come back up and do a little cat-cow. And maybe you notice that your back is even a little bit freer. Great. And that's it. That's our psoas release. Releasing the 2 main trigger points, one right next to the belly button, one just below the groin, at the top of the thigh, just medial, just to the inside of that quad sartorius bundle. Now, it's called iliopsoas because there's also a muscle that lines the inside of the pelvis. That's the iliacus that joins with the psoas. We're gonna link that video for you. You might find that doing those 2 practices, one right after the other, is really beneficial in releasing that pull of the iliopsoas complex on the low back. I recommend that you do this little bit of rolling once a day or so for about a week, and then check in. You might find even by tomorrow, you're feeling much better, and you should feel that pain shifting. So thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm Kat Matlock here at FreeBody. Check out the iliacus video. Links to the balls is in the description. Thanks for watching.